Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to figure this out on YouTube. I've streamed over on Twitch. I have not streamed over here on YouTube, but just wanted to get into my thoughts on the first half. I've been MIA the last couple of weeks, so wanted to get back, on talking about everything that's going on, and I figured going into the first half would be easiest to do. So just let's real quick go over this first half. It's been a weird first half, right? And I think that we kind of expect that at this point for the Chiefs. Very weird first half, down 14-13. Could be a lot worse, honestly. And I think the Chiefs are doing a good job kind of staying in this game and just kind of trying to get over the weirdness that is the season so far. Patrick Mahomes so far, 17-27 in the first half, 128 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception on a terrible ball, really. And he's thrown a few really bad interceptions now here this first couple of weeks first 2 games. And now here in the third game, another pretty bad one. 30 total plays, though. 30 total plays between the first 2 drives. There was 17 on the opening drive where, of course, there was the interception that ended that, and then 13 plays on the touchdown scoring drive where Rashee Rice ended up scoring. And Rashee Rice in the first half, 7 catches for 62 yards and a touchdown. Pretty big first half. I mean, that's a full game's worth of stats there in the opening half of things for Rashee Rice. 2 catches for Xavier Worthy. He got involved very early. I think both those catches were on the first drive. 17 yards. Samaje Perine, I think he's had a really good performance. 2 catches for 13 yards, But he's also ran the ball 6 times for 25 yards, 4.2 yards per carry average. And then Carson Steele, 6 carries for 26 yards. Mahomes got in there for 1 for 9 yards. Travis Kelce, just 2 catches for 4 yards. His slow start continues for the Kansas City Chiefs. So we'll see how the second half kind of shapes up. But I feel like the defense did a pretty good job. Obviously that first drive was terrible. Obviously went back to the drawing board to try to figure something out for that offense, because that last play that was the touchdown was such a bad miscommunication between Tranquil and Najee Johnson. And obviously you're going to get growing pains with Najee Johnson. He's, played a lot in these first couple of games. Jamari Connor, I think, has had a pretty good first half. I've seen him in on a couple of plays. He had the interception, of course, and then handed it back to, I think it was Jalen Watson that ended up running it. Turk Wharton was the one to get the hand on Kirk Cousins' arm to, kind of force that interception. So, again, could be a lot worse right now than what it is, I think. And then on the other side of the ball, for the Falcons thus far, Bijan Robinson did get the touchdown, 9 carries for 27 yards. And that touchdown, Kyle Pitts, a big 50-yard catch that put them en route to score that rushing touchdown. I believe that was the same drive. Kirk Cousins, 8 of 11, 128 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I think the Chiefs' pass rush has really stepped up towards the end of this first half. FAU got a pretty big, I think, hit on Kirk Cousins, but he got a free rush right at Cousins at one point, kind of on a simulated blitz. So I think the defense is kind of settling in. So I do think that the offense is the one that really needs to shape it up in the second half and be able to finish a drive, because, again, those first 2 drives, very long drives, 17 plays on the opening one, 13 plays on the touchdown scoring drive, and then since then a couple of field goals that the Chiefs have picked up. So I do think that this offense is going to have to definitely step up and do better in the second half if the Chiefs are going to win. But I do think the defense is on the right path. I think that they've improved throughout this game, and I think that they're going to continue, to improve through the game, making adjustments. Spags is, I think, the best defensive coordinator at least, in the game at the moment. See what Andy and Nagy kind of draw up for the second half. And really, I don't know. I'm kind of lost. It's just a weird game, really, it feels like, I think. As I've been watching and kind of like coming into this game, I kind of felt like somewhat of a trap game, That Atlanta team, they are sneaky good, I think. Adding Justin Simmons and Matthew Judon before the season started, I think, really helps the defense. I think they have a pretty solid defense at this point. And, of course, they added Jesse Bates last year. So, there's some really good talent. I think that's kind of been their line of thinking through the offseason and, leading up to this point so far with that, what will they do? to continue to build. But, on my Dynasty Fantasy team, I have Drake London and Kyle Pitts, and I feel like I've kind of kept tabs on the Falcons just a little bit over the last couple of years. Had Cordero Patterson on my team, so when he had that big year with the Falcons. So I think the Falcons are just a really interesting team to kind of see where they're going and what they can become right now, kind of patching some holes with adding veterans and some really good talent. But we'll see, man. Let me know in the comments below what you think is going to happen in the second half, what kind of adjustment needs to be made. I'm interested to hear other brains on what they think the second half is going to bring. Like I said, I wanted to jump on a live stream, kind of just give my first thoughts and kind of try this out for the first time. Like I said, I've streamed over on Twitch, never over here on YouTube, so possibly kind of opening this up to maybe do some halftime post-game work for road games, or, giving my thoughts initially live. Tomorrow the podcast will be back as we get ready to jump into the second half. So I'm going to jump off this live stream so I can focus on the game, and I will be back to you either tomorrow. I might jump on another live stream at the end of the game, but definitely back tomorrow, as the Papa Sharono's podcast will be available tomorrow. And film work coming as well. I've been watching film and going to get those first couple of weeks out, and then we'll obviously get ready for whenever the film comes out for this game, and keep pushing forward. It looks like Arthur Blank is going in the Ring of Honor for the Atlanta Falcons. I know he's done huge things for the Falcons and the city of Atlanta, so kind of cool to see. But again, we will catch you after the game or tomorrow as they're getting ready for this kickoff right now.